2, 3.
Penis.
That was good.
That felt good. That felt
That was a good one.
really.
I feel so solid. I'm not even gonna say we need a third one here.
I was very confident.
That's how
about
solid.
that one.
That was
Second
a good.
time's the
I'm
charm.
putting that in the video. That was a good sync test right there. That is it. Well, this is the intro. Welcome to the That BS podcast. You have your boys, me, Brad, John. Say hi, John.
Hey, how are you?
We got Blake. Blake, go ahead and say a
What's
little something for us.
up?
And H Glizzy.
Hey,
Go ahead.
shout out to my homies watching the podcast right
Daddy
now. You know I
Glizzy.
fuck with you, bro.
Yeah. And we have a special guest, the Shane. Shane, introduce yourself. Tell us about you.
All I gotta say is that was such a good sync test. I might be able to be a certified plumber after that. Like, holy fuck.
Damn.
My shit works. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself, Shane. Go ahead and let the people know about you.
I'm Shane. Most people around Knoxville know me as the guy that videos concerts and just documents them for documentation purposes. We don't really have anyone, and mainly the Southeast region in general, so I kind of took it upon myself
That's
to just start doing it in the Knoxville area, and now I've been traveling to South Carolina. I just got back from Atlanta to do a single shoot in Nashville as well, so yeah.
That's dope.
How'd you get started on that? How did that
How'd
sort
you
of
start
develop?
recording?
Yeah.
When did you find that passion?
It mainly just came from like I've always mainly just the hardcore scene in general, just like hardcore punk. I would always want to see live footage of these bands performing, and there's people like Sunny, Hate 56, and 197 Media for California, and they documented loads of shows, like more than I can even try and match, and I was like, man, we have a lot of bands in this area, so why not I try and do the same thing? And it came really spur of the moment where one of the bands that I was really into and still am into at the time, it was like 2019-ish, was the Callistyle Boys. They're a band from Atlanta, and they came up to do a show in Knoxville. And I was like, okay, I just recently got this job where they have camera gear readily available, so why the hell not? Message the promoter. We have quickly become kind of co-workers in a sense with the Knoxville scene, where any show that she puts on, I am always there to film that show.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so like
That's
I
dope.
know of shows.
You're a regular.
Yeah, a little bit ahead of time just to like set my schedule aside. We have an announcement actually tomorrow, February 1st, for Knoxville Hardcore Festival. It's going to be like a 2-day festival, if I remember correctly. And the first wave of bands are getting announced tomorrow.
Maybe you can come back
2
on and
days.
tell us how it went when it happens.
Real.
When you go to it. You can
Or
come
maybe
back on
some
and
of
tell
you
us
can
how the
come
fuck it
too,
went.
and then tell them as well.
Ooh.
I get so nervous in damn crowds, man. I get out there and I'm shaking. I'm trying to hold something.
It's not bad at all. It's different at a show.
I mean, some
But
people like
especially
mosh
at a
and everything, but
festival.
as long as you stay away from people moshing, it's perfectly fine.
Well, I've been in a mosh. I went to Dying Fetus, my first concert ever. I was standing there and I was like, wow, this is intense. And some guy said, get the fuck in, and he shoved me, and I went right in there.
Oh my god.
I'm assuming he thought because I was a big guy. But I don't know if anyone's been in a Dying Fetus mosh pit. There was a woman on top of another guy on his shoulders, and she was throwing punches, dude. She was
Holy
I thought
fuck.
she knocked somebody out. And he got up and goes, that was a damn good hit, girl. And they high-fived, and they started beating the fuck out of each other. And I was like, this is too much.
That's so hard. I
I'm
love
home.
I mean, at least they were nice. And then I've never seen a crowd of people like they're acting so evil, so vicious, and someone falls and everyone stops. Goes, "Hey, you good? You all right?" Pick you up, and then it just goes. Oh! I do. It was fun.
So, like at this 2-day festival, are you gonna like camp out or anything like that, or? just gonna
No,
camp?
it's literally all here in Knoxville, so it'll be at Beard and Brickyard, and I'm like 10 minutes away, so I can easily just drive there, and then film, do everything for that, and then come back home, and then I will literally do the entire thing again the next day.
Oh, nice.
yeah.
What's the
sounds
farthest
fun.
that you've gone to videotape a show?
I'm I'm trying to think if it was the South Carolina show 2 weeks ago, or I just got back from Atlanta, so that's like 150-ish miles. So I've been to Greenville, Nashville, and Atlanta, all three. So the only place I really haven't gone yet is like Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really?
Is there a big scene for the genre in Kentucky?
They got Louisville, Kentucky, which is like hardcore heaven right now, but
Yeah, I've been to Louisville here recently. They've had some big shows going up there, I believe.
they have a
I
lot
think
of festivals. That area code in general is like home to a lot of very big hardcore bands, and they are very tight knit with like, we have done our duty to make sure this scene thrives. Knoxville is starting to get there, but with like closer Kentucky towns, there's Corbin, Kentucky. I've not been there yet, but there's 3 or 4 bands that I've filmed from there that have drove down, because it's like an hour-ish at most drive for some of them.
Damn.
That's
Hey,
what's
but
up.
they be putting in that work driving. They're like, I gotta go to this concert.
There's some bands.
I envy people who do that.
There's some bands that we've had that have come from, like, last year's hardcore festival. We caught them on a few tour dates in between, but we had Kurama and From Joy, which are from Houston, and we had, I think, 2 Michigan bands as well, like Detroit
Ooh.
Michigan bands, which is crazy that they were out that far.
Motor City, dude. I could only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's people's driving nowadays? I mean, I'm also on the road.
I mean, it's nothing too crazy. I very much regret. I did a 2-day show where I drove down Friday, filmed the show, stayed the night, filmed the show Saturday, and then drove up that Saturday night to where I can make it to work on Sunday.
That's dedication. That's a dedication.
I felt
That
like
is,
I've
it's
never seen
impressive.
It really is.
Just
Yeah.
dedication. It's like, I got to go.
I was running on, I think, 4 hours of sleep for that workday, and I felt like death afterwards. I am never doing that type of thing again, where I film a show and then make a drive back, get home at like 3, and then work.
You could have called me. I would have come give you a big Nape hug.
Yeah, of course.
Up.
Yeah,
Right.
that would have woken me up
A hug
perfectly.
from
I feel
me.
so much better.
A hug from me is like taking a 5-hour energy.
Real.
A kiss?
some
You
of the
don't even want
night
to know
drives
if he
are
could
getting
do
rough.
smooch.
You're on meth. I think if you smooth, you were smooch. You were
If
loose.
he comes up to you and goes,
You ever been smooched by a dude?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have too.
My lips are sacred.
I'll smooch you right now, John.
my
kiss.
kisses have meaning. I can't throw those away.
Waved your
Brad
arms,
has
you
a
said,
promise
"Let's
ring to
kiss."
give me a kiss.
Yeah, no, but Harrison ties me up and kisses me. And
Oh.
I hate it.
At Brad's wedding, actually, he ran over to me. I was one of the groomsmen, and he ran over to me and kissed me when he said, "You may now kiss the bride." It's really weird.
Brad's got like a
Oh.
custom Harrison chastity belt.
They asked him why, and I said I had a promise. I had to make it.
Little Frodo.
All right, Shane. So, music recommendations. What would you recommend?
Ooh, yeah. We were saving this for you, actually. I
Mhm.
was like, let's save that for Shane. The music recommendations.
It really just depends. Hang on, let me pull up my Spotify. I can just list off what I've been listening to recently. If we're wanting like heavy mathy type shit, definitely Callous Cowboys. Will recommend them any day of the week because
The
I love
football
them
team?
so much. Yeah.
They out here throwing bars while they're out here running lines.
I'm trying to think. Now that you just threw this on me, like I have it in my head, and then once I get asked it, it's literally just gone. If you're wanting like kind of easier stuff, I've been really into Nothing. It's kind of this I'm just gonna say alternative just for the sake of labels and not getting too specific, but it's just this really good alternative band. If we're wanting just like weird shit, From Joy's pretty good. If we're wanting like scare the hoe shit, Black Sheep Wall.
Scare the host shit.
Yeah, scare you're not listening to some music that's just straight scare the hose.
You know what-
Stupid
you know what I
dog, you
listen
play
to?
death grips in the car. You're scaring me hose away.
It's
I can
me.
tell you.
I'm the
I can tell
host.
you. Here's the top 5 things I listen to: Matt Watson,
Real.
Matt Watson. Dance
Sarah.
Gavin Dance. That was the 3.
What a curve.
That's literally it. When I turn on music, it's one of those 2. I don't care how many times I've heard it. Okay Then by Matt Watson is probably the best song I've ever heard in my life.
All right, I have a question for Shen. The main
What's up?
question that I have, dude. So, would you ever consider videoing porn? Would that be something that you'd be interested in at some point if somebody paid you enough?
Shane Anal and
Would
Productions.
you do it?
Dude, can I throw the scenario at you? Like somebody walks up to you at a concert, it's like, "Hey, I've seen your other concerts. I love your work.
Fill my ass.
Can I have you film me fucking my girlfriend for about 45 minutes?"
If I get tired, I'll even tag you in.
I can see Shane now. He go, how much?
Honestly, yeah, I'd probably be like,
How much?
I'll bring lighting gear. We'll make this
What you
like.
need? I can shop at Walmart. What kind of camera you need?
Well, that's
You
funny.
want like a GoPro strap on the head?
Oh, bro, that GoPro angle, crazy.
Oh my god.
Shane comes up there with a whole set. You got a church choir with him. For the ambiance. Oh my goodness. Harrison,
yeah,
what do you gotta say
honestly-
for tonight? Oh,
What do I got to
No,
say
I'm just
for
saying.
now?
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm not really against it. Like, it's money at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
Right on.
I'll
right
take
on.
what I get.
Hey, you like the music though, right? He actually doesn't. He's listening to like jazz in his headphones.
No, honestly, like I listen
His
to.
AirPods.
True. Yeah, I have under the beanie. It's right in here. I listen to literally just the most random shit possible. Like anything. Like my Discover Weekly is the most just random. Like it'll be a 1 minute like hyperpop song, and then the next it's like a 12-minute like black metal drone song. There's no in between.
If you had to pick 3 people to help you fight a robot version of yourself, like a Terminator version of yourself, who would you pick?
3 people to fight me. My
Like-
brother. That's it.
Like
That's it.
friends
My
or
brother,
just like people
Derek-
in
Yeah, like
general?
friends, but they
Okay,
get
it
to
has
be
to be
armed.
like friend. It has to be
Yeah,
like
and
close friends.
you have to pick 3 people to fight a robot version of yourself.
Realistically speaking, to me, the first person I'd be picking is JJ. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yes.
But JJ Fisher is a unit. He's the closest thing I can think to my brother.
Real. Honestly, I'd
Um,
probably get Eugene on that team.
I'd get
Eugene-
JJ
That's
and
it.
Eugene.
You said 3 people? 3 people?
3 people.
Here
Yeah,
it is.
JJ, Eugene.
Eugene, the gunnist, and then Ethan, the medic. So if I get knocked back, he can heal me real quick.
You said Ethan the medic?
And I can charge back in.
It's like he gets downed like in Borderlands.
I can imagine Harrison's fucking little mech robot doing roundhouse, like just kicking us, just kicking us.
Would the robot me be saying stuff that like I normally say?
Mungus, Fred Fatburger, just the most random
Real.
shit.
Man, I
Who would
miss
you
that
pick,
show.
Harrison?
Huh? Who would I pick? I feel like I'd pick Eugene because he's the most heavily armed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I make him in like Terminator.
I feel I'd pick you, Brad. I think we could make some like Home Alone type contractions or something.
Dude, we put some marbles on the floor. We get
Yeah,
the paint
exactly.
cans. We have them ready to sweep by. We put large refrigerator magnets around them so it pulls them apart.
I would honestly have Shane there to make like a baller video of the whole thing. Be like, oh, Harrison Robot owned. Upload it to YouTube, dude.
Famous.
We
Instantly.
need what we really need, Harrison. We need Shane to do a video called "Harry G Gets Fucked on a Skateboard" Part 2. That's what needs to happen.
True.
We need the
Need
clip.
it,
Just
yeah.
we need like
You need
a little
you need the
5-second
footage of me
clip
getting hit
showing
by the
right
car.
now.
We'll have Sebastian make the big cinematic music, and then at the end of it, we'll have like a behind the scenes where Harrison gets up.
And then
If
start
you find the
beatboxing.
footage of me getting hit by the car, I will let you make that video.
I will hunt. I drive by there all the time. Making sure you're not walking past the street again. That's why I go over there.
Counting.
It was actually
Yeah,
Brad.
Brad, you know how upset I would have been if I got hit by that car and Brad gets out of this fucking
So true.
What the hell, Brad?
Oh, shit,
bro,
you're-
Hey
I'm
man,
walking to
there's
the
hey
subway.
man, there's no crosswalk there.
That's what I would say. If I would have said, "Oh my God, Harrison, And you went, Brad, I would have got back in and ran you over.
Backs up.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. Blake, what do you got for us tonight?
I'm just digging the vibe, dude. Like, I think it's really interesting, like, filming concerts. Like, I used to know a couple of dudes that used to work security at, oh god, I think it was the Bijou or something, man. They worked security at some theater, and they said, like, that type of environment is really interesting and really fun to be around. So I could only imagine being there not doing, security, trying to maintain people, but, like, you're there on your own mission, so...
Bijou's
like...
pretty tame, honestly, because they have, like, a lot of just, like, jazz or just, like, country artists come through. It's a weird mix. Like, I've filmed the jazz orchestra and then the symphony orchestra there and the Tennessee Theater for their stuff. And it's pretty tame. It's a cool venue. Both of them are.
That is really cool.
You ever take just like a really high quality footage of just your cats or something mundane like that, just for shits and giggles?
Honestly, I don't like... If I'm not filming a show or, like, stuff for my actual job, I'm not really, like, usually filming anything. The only time that I've ever had, like, just recently, I've had a spark to, like, actually want to film some stuff, and it's mainly just for the upcoming Hardcore Festival, where I'm going to make DVDs of last year's Hardcore Festival, and all the videos that I took of that will be DVD format that I can sell there for people.
That'd be dope.
And I was thinking about doing, like, in between, like, the sets or whatever, just doing, like, commercials. And, like, that was the spark of, like, what I was wanting to film, which is, like, random 30-second commercials.
Okay. That sounds pretty dope. That'd be kind of cool to go to a concert. Like, you want a DVD? It's like, oh, you guys got DVDs?
Yeah. I'm quickly finding out, though, that it is, like, I'm going to have to compress these videos, because I think most DVDs are, like, 4.8 gigs, which is...
Oh my god.
Not a lot. There's a reason we don't use DVDs anymore. I am quickly finding out.
Damn.
It's in like 12p.
Hey, you got Blu-ray player?
Like, I can't... I mean, I know we're in the future and everything, so, like, most people have, like, something that can play Blu-ray, like a PlayStation or some shit.
Right.
But obviously DVD is more accessible. You can just, like, plug it in. Like, some people still have disk drive, so I feel like I'm wanting to do DVD, but I'm debating on whether or not I'm wanting to do just Blu-ray discs just for simplicity's sake.
Or you could do both and have them at different price points. Ooh, cha-ching.
True.
We have part 1 of the
You
DVD, and then we
could
have
put
part 2 of the DVD.
You could put a paywall on for the video on the internet or something.
I do have a Patreon in the works. I have, like, 20-ish videos that are technically drafts that could just be unlisted on YouTube and ready to upload at any moment. Yeah. So I've been debating on doing the Patreon. You pay me like $5, and then you just have access to all those unlisted links that you can watch.
Oh, wow.
And then when the video finally comes out, you can say you've already seen it, type of thing.
Ooh,
That's so nice. Yesterday, bro. Don't even come at me with that stuff.
Not only that, but I was also wanting to do like a voting, kind of biting the shit off of 2 other big music documenters. They do a thing where I think it's like $2 or $3 a month. You can vote every day on which videos will come out.
Ooh. Like the sequence of release. That's really cool.
See what the most popular is.
Mm-hmm.
I need this now.
Yeah,
then make it the other one. It's like, oh, you want this one? It's like, nope.
Yeah.
You gotta wait now.
I have, I think, currently 16 sets, not even bands, sets of shows that I have filmed that are not released yet, have not even been edited, or it's easily probably like in, I'll say an estimate of like 70 bands. Like,
yeah, you just show me your archive and how much you've done
Yeah.
and how much you have left to do. I'm like, oh, God.
it's terrifying.
What?
Here, I'll send a screenshot real quick, and
It's
then
a
you can.
literal like pull-up page.
The very top one, I'm putting it in. Do we have a? No, we don't. I'm just gonna put
DM it to me. Just DM it to me.
I got you.
DM me, and then I'll put it on the screen. Big, big.
Yeah,
Jamie.
there.
Yeah. Emery said she'll be our Jamie. By the way, she said. She would love to.
Okay.
She said she would actually just genuinely like to just listen
I'm about to say, I'll put it in Paris too. Not Paris, but general, sorry.
I appreciate it. It is a lot.
But yeah, the concourse is the most recent one that it's already on the YouTube, but everything below that is stuff that I have not edited yet.
I misread one of them. One of them says Bob Fest Brickyard, and I misread it as Bob Burgers Brickyard.
No, we called it
Teed
Bob
up.
Fest because the poster is Gangsta Spongebob, and then it had like all the bands on it. It was so good. And so like 3 of the bands were like, yo, shouts out Bob Fest, and then we all just immediately started calling it Bob Fest. I can pull
I'm
up the
something of
flyer
a
real
gangster
quick.
SpongeBob myself.
Motherfucking
Yeah?
Bob Fest, bro.
Minion or the Bob?
Harrison, do you like the Minions? Honestly.
Do I
you
like
the
the
Minions?
Minions? Okay, so I like the first Despicable Me movie. I feel like
Okay.
that one's really
I
good.
respect that. I respect that.
I
It's a good
don't
movie.
like the Minions.
You like
It's
the
partially
Minions?
like
You
I
didn't
did
like
listen.
the Minions movie where they were just playing Jackass, but the Minions.
All right,
I
I'm
will
posting
say-
the Bob Fest poster real quick.
I do.
I bet.
I did have a shirt when I was about 12 that was like a gangsta minion holding a boombox. I don't remember what it said on it, but at the time I thought the Minions were comedy gold.
Yeah. I was a big fan of the Minion.
But as I've gotten older and I've witnessed how older demographics use the Minions. They appropriate Minions. I don't like it as
They're
much.
appropriating my culture.
They're appropriating. Listen, Despicable Me Minions are my culture, and they're appropriating them. What do you think they're gonna do next? They're gonna start wearing those like 8-year-old kid shirts that are like, my sister ate my homework.
Bro, if like millennials start appropriating like Wojaks, that'd be hard. I think that'd be funny.
Think so?
Bro, if my grandmother sends me like a Wojak of just like, send this to your grandchild if you love them, and it's just like the I think that'd be funny as fuck.
Can we talk about how we went from MS Paint drawings as memes back to MS Paint drawings as memes?
It's a full circle.
Bro, I remember that. That was high school, bro. That was crazy.
Also,
I
the troll
remember
face
drawing-
is still
yes.
around.
I remember drawing like the epic face and then like troll face on whiteboards in middle school, and we've not like progressed at all.
I would still find that funny to this
It is our
day.
modern day like cave drawings, I swear.
Aliens are gonna come visit this planet 1,000 years from now, and they're gonna
Years
see
later,
troll face on a whiteboard or something, and be like, "Oh, that's what they look like."
I'm gonna start like doing graffiti tagging, and it's just going to be like random Wojaks and like troll face and shit.
That's what they look like.
I used to have a mod. I used to have a mod for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because Dylan had a modded Switch, and we replaced Captain Falcon with like a stick figure troll face.
That's so great.
I would think Mr. Game & Watch, but ours. So how's Melee going? I know John and Harrison have been putting a lot of hours and hard time into it.
We just do stupid shit.
Dude, yeah. We, like, I think it's, like, almost every night now. Like, we just go back and forth, like, duoing each other and all that other shit.
It's just fun. Just a fun game.
It's fun to watch. I like watching Melee more than playing.
I do enjoy
'Cause
watching.
Every time I play it, I feel like I'm getting hit by somebody from afar, and then somebody next to me. What's happening right now?
You're about to feel like that, like hardcore, because I'm about to reach through my monitor and just start slapping you around a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
behind you.
Like a part 10, like hands swinging back and forth.
But I'm trying to play Yoshi because I know that like not a lot of people play Yoshi, so I've always been
Dude,
like,
your Yoshi's
Yeah.
mean.
like I think somebody had told me the last tournament, Smash tournament, a Yoshi won, which is the first, and that's crazy. So
I'll play whoever. I just play just about everybody. I wouldn't
So-
say I have a character that is like my best character. John or
So-
Sebastian might have a different opinion on that, but
Your Falcon's
I-
also pretty mean.
I think your Ganondorf's pretty mean, brother. Every time I hit it, every time it hits me, I just get angry.
God damn, I'm thinking.
So
he's
speaking
got
of
steam coming off of his head.
So speaking of video games, Shane, what do you play now? What is your game of choice? We haven't played games in a while.
Right now, I'm really big into roguelikes. I have no clue what it is, but like Gungeon, Streets of Rogue, Risk of Rain are like my
Oh, dude, we should
go-tos.
play Risk of Rain sometime.
We actually were playing it the other night, and we were having a good time. It was
Enter
fun.
the
I want the DLC, and I'm excited that they're remaking the first one.
Hell yeah.
Enter the
I've been-
Gungeon is probably single-handedly like one of the best games I've ever played.
The amount of time that I've sunk into it is crazy. And just the replayability, I love it. Rocket League is also still
Your
go-to
bread
of
and
mine.
butter.
I love Rocket League. I don't know what it is. Ever since I've been playing that game since I was in high school, and I still love it. It's so much fun.
I never could get like deep into it. I don't know. I don't know. It
It's
just
a-
seemed.
it's a
I think
skill
it's
curve.
Savage as a vendetta against video games about cars. I don't know. Not really a vendetta, but I
Okay.
hate them, dude. I hate those fucking games.
I'm just not a car guy, you know.
That's all my
Yeah.
brother would ever play, and I'm like, Derek, let's play Call of Duty. And he's like, shut the fuck up, I'm playing Gran Turismo. Like, I don't know who's playing that game. I'm like, get that fucking shit off the TV. What is wrong with you?
I'm playing Forza.
Literally,
Yo, I
I
played
had
for
this-
a little bit of Forza. That shit's actually kind of interesting.
I hate cars.
You just
I
don't
hate
like
it.
racing games, do you?
I could walk.
I don't
I have a
I
better
don't like
time.
cars. I
could
have a
walk
very
and
different
have a good
reason
time.
for not liking cars.
Oh,
Well, I can't walk, Brad.
weren't you in a
Not
movie
anymore.
called? Weren't you in a movie called like what was it, Coraline by Stephen King with a car that came to life? Kept running people over. Weren't you one of the
Coraline.
people?
It's
What was it?
Christine.
What is it? Christine. I don't know the fucking name of it.
We fucking talked about this the other night. You said, "What's his name? Karen?
Fucking
Coraline? Caroline?
Herbie, bro. Herbie.
Herbie.
Kirby?" Oh shit.
I don't know.
Jesus, boys.
My favorite Stephen King movie, Coraline.
What was that clown movie thing? I'm just kidding. It.
It. Oh,
why.
dude.
I was a joke.
Coraline is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's
Are you a
solid.
fan of Neil
I've never
Gaiman?
watched it all the way through.
Really, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I've liked it when I watched it. I just got sidetracked. When
It made me feel. It made me feel upset every time I watched it. So I'd watch it and wouldn't watch it for a long time. I go, I'll watch it again. I just get upset watching it.
That
Are
was
you
me
a
with
fan of-
Spirited Away. I kept falling asleep during that shit. It took
I
me like
love
4
Spirited
times
Away.
watching that movie.
What?
I
Bro,
don't.
these
It's not
shades
that
you
like
got
it was
on.
boring. It's just that like I don't know. Like it's obviously it's a Miyazaki movie, so it's like very visually impressing. But I just kept sleeping through that shit. It took
It's
me.
very
legit-
tranquil.
I'll be honest with you. That's my favorite one. Spirited Away. I just liked it.
Like it's
I
Mine's-
liked it.
like no, like I don't hate the movie at all. It's just that like I literally could not stay awake during that
It was
movie.
because what happened was he was so excited to see what happened at the end. He tried to fall asleep and wake up at the end.
Same with Howl's
But he
Moving
always
Castle.
slept right
I've
through.
seen like the first 15 minutes. I don't know what happens.
You ever seen Princess Mononoke?
I've actually seen that entire movie all the way through.
That one's always been my favorite.
That's a good one.
Why is that one your favorite, Harrison? I'm just asking. See your opinion on it.
I just enjoy the story of it a lot. I enjoy the story a lot. I enjoy the characters. It has really good. It has heavy environmentalism top themes, and I enjoy it a lot.
Did you like Howl's Moving Castle?
Who's
Yeah.
Moving Castle?
Yeah, Howl's.
House from Malcolm in the Middle.
No, I said Howl's. Sorry, you want me to
I-
pronounce it?
I-
Howl's Moving Castle.
I'm just fucking with you.
That one was really good. So
I never
back
actually
in the
saw that
day,
one.
I was a piece of shit and didn't have a job, so I was pretty much like couch surfing on my sister's in my sister's house. And like every night, we didn't have internet or anything. We were in fucking Lake City, just trying to survive. I'm just being the biggest piece of shit. Shout out to Lauren. I fucking love you. You're the best. Fucking got your back forever. Sis, love you. We would watch Howl's Moving Castle like every night. We watched it every night, I swear to God, for I want to say like 2 months, bro. It was something crazy. But we
Really?
had like the full studio the full studio set. So like we could have watched Spirited Away or
Princess gonna be okay.
That one or the delivery service. Oh God, what was it?
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Kiki's
Yeah.
Delivery Service.
That one, yeah. But like for some reason, it was just Howl's Moving Castle.
Mashallah. I love the Studio Ghibli movies, but I it's rare when I want to watch one because I feel like they're very long.
They
and every
are.
time, and I just like I don't know, and it's very calm, and it's not
Mhm.
a bad thing, but it just I have ADHD, man, and I just start drifting watching. Sometimes
If they're in a
watching those
Subway
movies.
Surfer video and 1/3 of the video of the movie, I ain't
Yeah.
watching it.
And
Yeah.
subtitles. It's Chinese subtitles as well.
Real. If it isn't like a Reddit text-to-speech with Subway Surfers in the back, I don't think I can watch
If
it.
Peter Griffin's not in it, I'm not
Real.
sure I can finish it.
Real.
Can we talk about? We need to cancel Peter Griffin. I've heard Peter
Cancel
Griffin
Peter
say some
Griffin.
horrible things
He
over
has.
TikTok
He's been
lately.
saying some really bad things. I don't know. Let's get on
As
to it.
in?
Got him.
Stuff that's vulgar that we should not
Yeah.
repeat.
Exactly.
Okay, I got a question.
He's been
What is it
sitting around
referring
telling
to?
Lois about how he's coming.
Lois.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hear me out. I know a lot
Yeah.
of people like Family Guy. I
know.
can't stand Big Mouth.
I can't stand Big Mouth.
I don't like it either. That shit's
I don't like
Big
Big Mouth.
You don't like the weird cartoons with their eyes looking so realistic it gives you nightmares at night?
Mm.
I hate that fucking show.
I hate
I
Rick
like-
and Morty.
You hate Rick? I like Rick and Morty.
Side.
I like Rick and Morty. I find it funny.
You find it humorous?
I do. When Rick, Burp, and Morty said, "Oh geez," I just can't stop giggling.
Something about
Going
it.
to prison, Morty.
It's that
But-
formula.
It's
that cookie
it's
cutter
something,
formula.
something about the same episode over and over again with the commercials just really gets me because it's like a TikTok but in space.
Time Warner got their hands on something gold.
It literally makes me giggle. I'm doing jumping jacks laughing.
I like Futurama.
That is my favorite.
Futurama
adult
solid.
cartoon. That is actually my favorite.
What happened with
Uh,
Justin Roiland? Or whoever he is?
He's a
He's
villain.
going to jail
I don't want to say. I don't
for
know.
beating his wife.
Didn't he imprison someone? Was that something? Was that true? Didn't he hold someone captive? I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know the extent. I just saw.
I just remember seeing something about that somewhere. It was like
Yeah.
he
Wait,
had her held captive for a few days.
so in Fortnite terms, is it still going to be okay for me to use the Rick skin? Because I need
So
to catch this
basically,
wubba lubba
what I'm
dub dub.
saying is they're no longer going to do the MLK event, but you will still be able to hit the Rick emote.
Yeah, that is true.
Something about having Naruto and Goku in the same game now. The only thing they need to do now is just put
They
JoJo
put Piccolo-
characters. Bro, they put JoJo characters in that shit. I'm
put JoJo shit in
drop-
that?
I'm
I will-
putting
I will be-
$100 down.
I'll become a professional.
I will
Fortnite player.
shill for Epic Games until eternity if they put JoJo
Dude,
characters in that shit.
JoJo?
I'm so brain dead.
I love JoJo.
My stand, winner, winner, chicken dinner.
If you guys had a stand, talk about JoJo for a second. I think it's the best manga and anime ever made. I just want to put it up there. If you guys had a stand, what would it be? And what would the name of the stand be? And it would have to be like a song, an artist, something like that. I can tell you mine.
Yeah,
It'd
because you
be-
probably thought about this every day
Yes,
of your
it'd
fucking
be-
life.
Slow dancing in the dark. And what it would do, in a certain area of a radius, I can drop people's IQ down. And it makes me stronger. And it
Bro.
makes them, when their IQ gets lower and lower as they get closer to me, they become more, unable to affect. Or it would slow them down.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
And I would be able to, in that certain area, they would have to take me out with a long range. That's the thing that would stop.
You.
It'd be a long-range stance, so,
yeah,
like-
I got you.
Yeah. So like Emerald Green would take me down, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Magician's Red.
We need to call
What
it
about you guys?
Rocky.
Will you guys have anything in mind? What would Harrison's be like? I don't know. California couch and about you nutting.
I feel like Harrison would have something to do with like shoegaze or some shit. It'd be like one of those.
Mine would
Shoegaze?
be sometimes, which would be after a shoegaze song. It would be after the My Bloody Valentine song. And I've thought about this because so my power would be to generate cell growth on anything I touch.
Oh, okay.
And the way I would use it offensively is if I touch someone's skin and force cells to grow, I can make them grow on top of each other,
Oh shit.
which gives you cancer.
That's
There's a villain.
such
You're a
fucking
villain.
turn.
That guy's evil.
Holy shit.
It's like
Yeah, but I'd win any fight because it's like I hit you with my hardest right hook. Well, you have tumors all over your hand now.
dude. that would be devastating.
Just something about you literally getting your shit rocked, and then literally the stand users like in the hospital like months later, like, yeah.
Oh shit, dude. That I don't know.
No, I
that's
mean
just
I'm
evil,
talking like you
Harrison.
touch me long enough, I'm just turning you into a human tumor.
That is just evil. You'd be
wild.
like Dios, like I'm gonna kill you. Like no, go ahead.
You're
Do
like,
it.
maybe, but.
Maybe, but there may be a cause of some issues.
Let's just say you need to start getting, go to those physicals regularly.
Even if you beat my ass, did you really? You
When's
should
the
go
last
get your
time-
prostate checked, buddy.
When's the last time you guys went to go to
Jesus
physical?
Christ.
When's the last time somebody touched your ball sack?
When's the last time we got physical?
Well, Harrison, when was the last time we hung out?
I think the last time I had like a wellness checkup was like a year ago, but they didn't touch my balls.
Yeah, you gotta go. Well,
Were they
dude,
supposed
you can,
to?
You can touch your own balls and kind of see if anything's going on down there.
I mean, they
I've
did like
always
some
said-
blood
Are you s-
tests and shit. Were they supposed to touch my balls too?
Bro,
no. Somebody walks in.
I had a
and says,
doctor
"I'm
that did
here."
a lot when I was a kid. I would go in for anything, and he'd want me to cough and touch my nuts.
Oh my god! Stop.
That makes me nervous. Don't
My
say
mom,
that.
my mom requested for me to see another doctor. I'm not joking.
Oh my god!
I can't tell if this is like you're unloading some trauma right
Are
now.
you memeing?
Smash your
Kinda.
back.
I would have to get to old Penny Garrett to tell me the full story. But I remember her telling me there was a certain doctor growing up at the children's clinic. She was like, he's creepy, and I don't like how he like gives you physicals. We need to request different doctors. And I was like, okay.
Whatever you say, Mom. You call the shots
No,
here.
you
Why?
know we can't say that.
Oh, I'll have to mute that. I have to put a beep in right there.
Yeah, but yes, I'm glad you knew who I was talking about.
John, are you saying you've been victim to
You're
this
another
man
victim?
too?
You're another victim. How many has he even got? There's.
How about to
there's-
say how
wait,
many
wait, wait.
people
What
has
is
he
the
gone
percentage of that?
to?
Wait. Take that percentage of that. That's 2 out of 5 people. What is the
That's a
percentage?
40% rate. That's terrifying.
What
Did
was
you
the
say 2
doctor's
out of-
name?
We already said it. Don't say it again.
Oh, okay.
We can't s- I already had it
You
muted.
can't say it
I
again.
mean, he would practice as an actual doctor. It wasn't like he would. I mean, he wasn't assaulting anybody, but like,
Jamie,
I don't know, man.
pull this up. Do doctors fucking touch?
I'll wake up.
your
Emery,
nuts during
Emery,
physicals?
get up! We got some shit to
I'm
look
sure
at.
doctors can elect to touch your nuts during physicals.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
What?
Yeah, they can, but if they do it regularly, it's like Harrison. This is your 4th time in this week.
I know. Can you give me a little rub down?
Okay.
Are you sure?
Can you please break the oil out?
Jeez.
Maybe a glass of wine.
Your doctor will be here in a minute.
It says-
Oh,
Wait, let me go to Google. I want to go ahead and go to Google for this.
You gonna look up the doctor, see if he's still in practice?
No, so it's like a testicular exam can make a guy feel a bit awkward or embarrassed, but just like
Well,
checking
yeah.
a person's blood pressure, it's a normal part of a physical exam.
Yo.
Yeah.
Well, I just have insecurity about it because I have the. So I don't tell a lot of people this, but if you look for me hard enough in one of the Guinness Books of World Records, I have the world's smallest nuts. I'm kind of putting myself on blast in the podcast, but I have to.
How
just
did they
admit it,
measure
man.
that shit? Like you just turn to a specific age and then they're just like, man,
In the
you
census,
got
they
some
use the
small
census.
nuts.
Do you not remember the question on the census? It's like, hey, how big are your nuts, homie?
I hope you know that's going in
What's-
like post. That'll be the first thing. We'll hear the music, and then we're gonna hear that, and it's gonna start into the podcast. Thank you, Harrison.
What
But
year?
also,
I think
have
I
the
might have the
longest
book.
nuts. Like, they're very small, but they hang low. I have to have a special
Oh
toilet
my
seat.
god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like a little skin.
Sometimes, if I don't have a special toilet seat, it's like I'm dipping them in the water like I'm going for a swim or something.
Yeah. Man.
Dude, you gotta stop.
Oh,
Got
God.
John
Dude, I am
heaving over here.
I like to call it my little tugboat.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm dying.
When I went to go use the bathroom growing up, I would have somebody come in and be like, "All right, all captains with short towboats, please pull away from your dog."
And then you just hear Harrison make a horn noise like.
Yeah, I made the exact horn noise from
It's
SpongeBob, the
Steve-
one that's
Steve
his
Irwin.
alarm.
Yeah, the fucking alarm.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I'm
sheesh.
following that. That was beautiful, Harrison. As you know that.
Oh,
Thanks.
man.
Feel free to laugh at my plot.
Harrison, didn't you have a question about books earlier?
Yeah, what's everybody's favorite book?
I have mine. It's it's a series called Escape from the Furnace Lockdown. You asked me that earlier. And I was like, I'll save for the podcast.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't read that much. The only reading I'm really doing anymore is like design shit. I'll just like look at designs and I'll inspiration type shit, or I'll just straight up steal images.
Well, it can apply to
and
anything,
make
like
my
a
own.
book that you've read in the past that you just genuinely.
I
I was
don't
gonna
wanna
say
say,
Captain
like, some-
Underpants. I was
Yeah, I'm
gonna
about to
say
say
Captain
like I don't want
Underpants.
to say some like middle school shit because that's like the
Scooby-Doo
last
and
time
the
that I was like
Adventure.
really reading.
What about
Oh,
manga?
you know what my favorite book was? Like I remember this to this fucking day.
Okay.
I used to check out in kindergarten 2 books on rotation whenever they would take us each week. It was a
Fuck
SpongeBob joke book and then a
You look like
volume of Digimon.
You look like the motherfucker that have that shit out there. You told me you did that
Every
but-
week.
Okay.
They taught us how to look up in the database and everything, and so every week I would go in somehow thinking that every week they would order more SpongeBob books, and every time I would check out SpongeBob joke book.
Did you
And
use
if it wasn't
often?
there, I saw Digimon, and I'm like, yo, this shit cool.
Did you use the book? Did you walk around school flipping the pages going, Patrick,
Telling jokes?
idiot?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, to be honest. Like, I
That's
would just be like,
alpha.
hey,
That's alpha.
guys.
That's big dick
It's amazing.
energy.
hey, guys, I got this one I've been cooking up. I've been cooking it up here, you know, aside from when I'm, like, not cutting my friend's hair. Because I'm in fucking kindergarten.
He's in the bathroom getting people to cut up. Like they're like, yeah.
Catching up on the
Barber-
classroom
is it- is it
drama.
I'm causing a problem. We're not getting back out in line ready to go back to the cafeteria. We're all in the bathroom and I'm reading the joke book to my audience.
You gotta stand up.
Somebody's
giggling.
Somebody's
I'm
taking
standing on
shit,
top
and
of
he's
a
going,
fucking
"Please
toilet
stop."
and everyone's just
Following.
I'm reading the fucking
They're
joke
laugh-
book like
Please, Sam, I just want to pee.
They scream laughing. Ah! Oh, that's beautiful. So did you? I don't know. Did you give them back or did you try to steal the books?
I don't think I've ever stolen a book
Oh, I have.
like from the library.
I haven't.
Well, I mean, just because I was a
Okay.
little dumbass kid.
I forgot to turn one back in, and I had it for a long, long time. Does
Yeah.
that count? Would you say that's
Yeah.
Where-
Yeah,
I'm
and
trying to
did you get
find
it
this
back?
SpongeBob joke book and there's like 8 of them. What the hell?
My
I
God.
mean, I never did give it back. I don't have it anymore. It was a video game cheat code book.
Yes.
Oh, I
would've
love
stole
that
shit, too. Like, what are you
Alpha.
gonna do?
Scholastic Book Fair. If I somehow had money, that's where my money was going.
Same.
I'm just saying,
Motherfucking
if you're playing
same.
GTA San Andreas, I got you.
There was one time. Listen, I went to my like the school fair where they walk in as the book fair, and their asses had the Spyro the Adventure game for the Xbox 360. And
A
I
New
was like-
Beginning.
yeah, the New Beginning. I was like, what? And I just looked around. I bought it. I was like, I'll just buy this. They had it for like
They had a
they had it
video
for
game
like $20. Like 20
at the
bucks.
Scholastic Book Fair.
Yes, they had video games at our school. We had video games and stuff.
That has to be
Oliver Springs?
that has to be capped, dude. Nothing in that bitch was under
Yes,
$50.
it was-
That shit was expensive. They charge him
not Oliver
$5 for a
Springs.
small ass eraser that smells
Mhm.
like strawberries.
That's yes. You're
They're
fucking
like,
right.
That'll be That'll be
And you
30.
know
But they
what?
only
It
charge
always
5
left
for the number one
streaks. It
pencil.
never got rid of that pencil shavings. Well, your paper would turn like red or whatever the hell color that eraser was.
I bought
Yeah.
this for $5.
I actually still have 2 books that I got from a Scholastic fair, like back when I was, I want to say 3rd grade. I got them right here. Kingdom Hearts manga.
What?
Yo.
I think we ever had manga in our school because I think if we said manga, they think we're saying some type of bad word. And they send us off.
What did you say?
Well, I mean, like they had Digimon manga. Like that's what I was meaning. Like from kindergarten. Like that's what I was apparently reading was just like early volumes of Digimon, and I just didn't know.
That's crazy.
So like that weeb shit's been ingrained in me ever since kindergarten. That's why you keep your kids out of public school so they don't turn into a loser.
All right, here's a good question. Because I assume everybody here, for the most part, is at least somewhat into anime. What got you into anime and or manga?
That book.
John. John introduced me to Tokyo Ghoul. That was my first anime.
I actually do not like anime that much. I've seen some.
What?
I've watched them. I try. It's just cartoons don't grasp me for some reason. I just can't get grasped by them. I don't understand. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. There have been some I've watched. Of course, I watched JoJo. I have watched Tokyo Ghoul. I've watched a bunch of them. But I mainly watched when I was younger. It's like Naruto, Dragon Ball, stuff like that. I was obsessed with. But
you do read manga.
I'm a manga reader. I really prefer manga. I buy a lot of manga. I have a manga collection, a library, you could say. JoJo's my favorite. Berserk, Chainsaw Man, some classics. They're all good, but yeah, I love manga. I could read it all day.
What's crazy is that what got me into it was literally just Dragon Ball Z. I know that sounds like
I was gonna say
lame, but it came on Toonami, and Toonami was the
Toonami
shit.
is what raised you. That's what I watched Naruto on.
same with me. I watched Naruto and Dragon Ball on Toonami, and also like Cowboy Bebop, Fully Cooley,
Yes.
The
Blue
Big
Exorcist.
O,
I watched
Yeah.
I watched
Blue
Blue
Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh my god. One of the
You
best
wanna know
animes ever.
something crazy?
Never watched Full Metal?
Speaking of that SpongeBob joke book, I found it on Internet Archive, like the actual scans of
Tell
the
us
book.
one.
We
I am
some
reading
jokes.
one of the. I'm reading. All right. What's Mr. Krabs' favorite kind of bread?
Oh my god.
Money.
What?
Pumpernickel.
I couldn't help but grin.
What?
That was so cringy. Let's hear another one.
Well, let's hear another one. Yeah.
Bring it on.
Okay. That one's terrible. Why did SpongeBob wash the reef?
God.
Wow.
He was practicing good coral hygiene.
Oh my god.
I don't think I
That was a
understood
fucking
any
riddle.
of these
Oh,
jokes.
That was a
no.
riddle. That was not a
I
joke.
don't know if I
That
understood
sounds like a
any
joke
of
I
these
would hear from
jokes.
an Oblivion character.
That was a fucking riddle. I was like,
What did the angelfish? Wait, no. How did the angelfish greet each other? Halo.
Dude.
Are you about to start telling me about mud crab incidents or something? Because that
I'm
Bro,
freaking out,
this
man.
book is
I'm freaking
awesome.
out. Where's it? I want to hear a Mr. Krabs or a Squidward. I want to hear a Squidward.
All right, yeah, here. Oh, okay. What do you get when you cross a squid and a dog?
Squid dog.
An octopooch.
That hurt me.
I feel like I have
So many
repressed a
levels.
memory of me reading that in line at the book fair.
And crying, weeping.
Crying because I can't afford the book.
Hang on, let me look on the back. It might have the price.
What's the price of it?
$4.99.
$85.
if it's $85, SpongeBob better have helped write the fucking thing.
I'm gonna take an accurate guess and say it was at least $15.
It's
I
I
cared
think
bad.
I can't read the full scan. Hang on, I might be able to go to full screen on this. This would be crazy. It looks
better
like it's
see
cut off on
fucking
the
Mr.
scan, but it
Krabs'
looks like
signature at the end.
$9.99. Bro, $9.99 in like 2002 for this book. That's kind of expensive,
That was like $20 back then.
honestly. For a joke book?
Yeah.
It's telling the best jokes ever. I think it's worth it.
Octopooch, bro.
I don't think I understood.
What the fucking
Thinking back to me in kindergarten, do you think you would have understood any of those jokes?
Shit, I didn't understand how to read in kindergarten.
Exactly. I don't think I could read any of those jokes.
I mean,
I think I just saw SpongeBob and checked it out.
personally, I think that we need to take more literature and put it in SpongeBob terms, like the Holy Bible.
There's got to be a SpongeBob Bible. Somebody's got to have done it.
I think so. What's the
They
right
made
now,
a Fortnite
live
Bible,
original?
didn't they?
What? Don't tell me it's real.
They've made like
Is
anime
there a
Bibles
JoJo
and
is there a
shit,
JoJo
right?
Bible? JoJo Bible?
There's no way this is actually the Fortnite Bible, the unofficial blueprint to both Fortnite Battle Royale and Fortnite. Oh wait, never mind. That's like a that's like a
A guide.
that's like a strategy guide. My bad.
It's just there's one page and it just says eat, sleep, Fortnite, repeat.
Real
That's ours.
Fortnite Battle Royale Biblical Edition. Hold up, is this like?
The special edition. It's like you only can wait. in line
No,
to get
it's
this.
like teacher files that you could download to like teach kids.
I-
It's like
we-
something your teacher would download and like have you cut out and do assignments.
Are we dropping it crazy crucifix?
Oh my
Crazy
goodness.
crucifix. What even is that?
I'm sorry. I had to.
Here, I'm dropping the link.
Okay.
Look at that Fortnite Biblical Edition.
Well, I'm afraid to click on this.
Let me look at
That's
this. Let me look at
amazing.
this.
She's this game template. There's dude. What?
It's just something you'd use in like your
Bible
classroom.
story.
Like, hey class, today we're going to be cutting out and learning about how when you
Among
take
Us.
across dusty desert to crazy crucifix, Jesus can keep you safe. We're going to talk about how Adam and Eve ate the fruit from
What is that
Mad
burger
Meadow.
place? Mad Meadow.
So the moral of the story is that even though every single one of Job's teammates got downed, he still got the dub in the end to the power of the Lord.
even if
That
he
was
was only
beautiful.
the real one that actually got the dub, he still got it for his friends.
The Lord and Savior. That was beautiful. John, how'd
Speaking
you
of that, can we
go
talk about how Captain Falcon was revealed by Masahiro Sakurai to be fueled to the
Wait,
power
oh
of
yes,
Christ?
he was. That's where Captain
What?
Falcon gets his powers from. Is the power
Oh,
of
you were
God.
talking about that earlier.
Captain Falcon's religious?
I
Yes,
guess so.
he obtains his strength through the power of Christ.
Same thing with Kirby.
Same as me.
Kirby is
Kirby too?
Kirby
Yeah.
kills gods. What do you mean?
Yeah, Kirby's like a god
He
killer.
kills false ones.
What? Is that the
He's
Lord
the right hand
Kirby?
of God. He's the right hand of God, dude.
Honestly, I was
can't
kind of
go for
hoping
joking.
that Captain Falcon got his strength from Allah.
Inshallah,
Praise.
my brother.
Mashallah.
Honestly, yeah, we do need more Muslim representation in video games.
Genuinely, we need more positive Islamic representation in general. So I
Real.
will not even lie to you. A lot of Islamic philosophy. I was talking about this the other day. A lot of Islamic theology and philosophy is genuinely pretty interesting.
Is it?
Oh yeah, like Ibn Rushd, Ibn Sina. What is his name? Is it Sufi? I was trying to remember it yesterday. It's some Sufi mystic.
How often do you
Wild.
read about religion?
Do you
have so much-
practice? Or you
No, I don't
Harrison-
practice. I
Harrison?
just genuinely enjoy reading about. So it stems from my core interest has always been history. I've always been a big history nerd, and I feel like history requires context in multiple fields to understand it on a
Yes.
fundamental level. I feel like you need to have a grasp of philosophy and theology in order to see how religion has influenced civilizations and societies. and structures of society, and also how people's philosophical outlooks have influenced them. Because inherently, whenever you study history, there's always, and this is partially due to a leftist scope, which I can't really say much. I am somewhat of a leftist. But leftism tends to cause you to see things through a material concept. You tend to see things through the class dialectic of Marx, which is the proletariat and the bourgeoisie. How in ancient societies they would have a very high-end priestly class, and they would have a lower class of
Not really
serfs
like
and
caste
servants.
system, but yeah.
Yeah. Some sort of social hierarchy that was based around control of resources.
Yeah.
And it could extend to spiritual authority in a lot of early and non-modern, I guess you could say, cultures. But generally, I feel that's where my interest in theology comes from. And just also, genuinely, I believe theology is very interesting. It's interesting to see what belief systems people come up with.
Nice.
You know what's interesting to me? I think what's interesting to me is that if you're in America, of course it's going to be Christianity, right? So that's what people know. But then, it's not somebody else's fault that they're in another country believing what they're believing in and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fucking awesome. And crazy at the same time. It's surreal. They don't know anything else but their own religion.
Yeah.
I actually also love learning and listening about religion. So Harrison, if you want to have religion talks and you just want to teach me more, I'm literally all
We're gonna
ears.
have a religion segment
Dude,
on the next episode where it's gonna be like a 10-minute just.
I love religion.
I mean, if you want to join my cult,
We're
we will
recruiting.
be drinking Kool-Aid that is perfectly fine to drink and healthy. You should drink it.
Do not test it chemically at all.
I would like to have.
You guys want to
like
move into a compound in South America with me? Don't ask why.
Don't.
It's okay. Just don't ask.
Totally reasonable request of my friends.
You know, there's a
care about
road
them.
on Oak Ridge Highway going into Pellissippi called Jonestown Road. I was like,
Yeah.
who the fuck named that?
What? How have I never noticed that?
Bro, Harrison, hear me out, dude. I remember, when I lived in Oliver Springs, there was a road. It was, it just said Kentucky. And I was like, no shot. We're actually going to Kentucky on this road. That had me believing as a kid. That shit was, actually Kentucky.
You would have lost it in the Oak Ridge back roads as a kid, dude.
Yeah.
Real. You would have thought you were in a different state each road.
Georgia, Indiana.
Wadsworth. Mom, what state is Wadsworth?
Come on, Illinois.
Frog.
Dickey Valley.
Dude, they literally, there's a Georgia, there's Washington, Illinois. I feel like there's 4
Why
more.
do we
Florida.
name roads after states?
Dude,
That's gotta
exactly.
be lazy.
Exactly.
That's gotta
Just
be- that's so
do
lazy.
better. Come on.
Why do we need roads after Minecraft?
I don't think I see that many roads named after states. Is that common?
It's
Dude.
mainly just in higher density populations.
I didn't know that.
Would you want Gen Z to name roads? You'd be driving past Imposter Avenue into Sus Boulevard.
Dude, I'd turn
It'd be
up those
funny
roads
for a
fast
little
as
bit,
fuck.
not gonna lie.
It would be.
Dude, it's either, I don't understand.
I saw you go down Vent, dude.
Road language in of itself, it's okay, I'm going down I-99 or fucking K-25 or fucking 9.
I understand interstates. Interstates make sense because odd numbers are
Ups.
up and down,
Yep,
and then
Oh.
even numbers are left and
others
right.
Are left and right.
Oh. Holy
So if
shit.
you want to go down,
Bro, John
you
just
go-
learned something
Yeah, if
today.
you want to go
That's
down,
crazy.
you would go. If you were gonna go California, you would follow. What is it? It's like that number by tens going that direction.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense now.
Yep.
I just
It
learned
is
that
pretty
recently
cool.
too, believe it or not.
It is pretty cool.
Oh.
And it's there's so many highways and interstates too, so you wouldn't realize how many numbers there truly are.
I feel more comfortable driving on the interstate than I do most roads outside of the interstate.
I drive a lot. I drive for a job, and it's a lot of
You get
people
used
just
to
can't
it.
drive. A lot of people can't drive.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't, but at
And
least
I
on
like
the interstate,
interstates
you're just
too.
going straight.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest time, but some motherfuckers still fuck that up. I don't.
Oh yeah, trust me on that.
How do you mess that up? Don't get me started with the back roads, but how do you mess
Or
it
the
up?
traffic jams with nobody there.
And
Because everybody just decided, let's go slow.
then
Mississippi.
when
Yes.
one person goes slow,
Right.
It's like a chain of reaction. It
Well,
just
it's also
spreads down
because
the line.
like it's. I think Pellissippi has a lot of traffic, mainly just because one, public transit. Holy crap, Knoxville needs better public transit. That would help so much. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Just add another lane.
Add another lane, bro. Just add another.
Yep.
It's okay.
Just one more, bro. It'll fix it.
But that and also just like, yeah, I really think just public transit because we just have too many cars on the road.
Bro, Shane, I was driving home from work and I was on Pellissippi, and traffic was fucking awful, bro. Probably
Mhm.
sat there for like an hour or two just on Pellissippi going. And I look at my phone, like my GPS, and it's like, oh yeah, there's a wreck in Solway, and I was
Mhm.
like, okay,
Well, hell.
like it's got to be a big ass wreck then, you know, it's got to be fucking awful. And I'm like, we got up there on Solway, and it was just a car that crashed into another car, and they were on the side of the road, and it was
Yeah.
just a fucking roadblock until they got done.
Did you let them know they couldn't park there?
Real.
Yeah,
Real.
so when Harrison got hit by that car, he immediately stood up and go, "Hey, you can't park there." And-
Yeah, it's true.
we were talking about funny. Glad you're okay though.
Harrison's like, yeah, hilarious.
He was laughing about it earlier.
Oh yeah, well I
Dude.
mean the accident was months ago, man. You gotta let it go.
Yeah, that's. I mean, at any point did you think like, okay, I'm dead?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I remember my first car wreck. I remember when the car like finally stopped. I was like, I like opened my eyes, like not knowing what to expect, and I was like, okay. I saw my car smoking in front of me. I was like, okay, so I'm not dead. Okay, cool.
And then he said, "Record scratch, freeze frame." Yep, that's me.
Yeah.
Did
that's
you ever
me.
have? Did you have a flashback, fucking thing, before you got hit, bro? Like when you saw
Yeah,
it.
that's.
No, I just felt the impact, and then all of a sudden I was looking at the Marathon gas station sign from 100 different angles, thinking like, "Well, good game."
Good game.
I was sitting there talking. I was sitting there talking to the big JC, being like, "Please, man, please, come on now, don't do me like this."
Worst.
I
way to
remember
go out in front of a
genuinely what I
marathon.
thought after I got up was because I assumed like I looked okay. You know, I had bad road rash, but for the most part, I looked okay externally, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
So what
I
I
would
would
say
thought
you
had
look
happened
passable.
is I thought that all of the impact had just gone in me, like internal. Like I thought I was internally bleeding.
Yeah, he just.
Oh
absorbed it.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was afraid of because that'll kill you quicker than just about anything.
Yeah.
So I was sitting there, and my main thing was like, even if I'm bleeding really badly internally and don't know about it, I just want to be able to call my family and tell them I love them,
Yeah.
Right.
and get
Yeah.
a hold of my friends and be like, hey, just I love you.
Mm-hmm.
That was my main concern, but then I found out I was going to be okay, so I made a
Right.
meme out of it,
Right.
Fuck.
as you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd do
I
the
took
same.
a picture of
fr-
myself in the
yeah,
hospital bed and said,
is,
I live, bitch, and sent it to people.
It was pretty funny. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Harrison's like, oh, I beat the shit out of this guy. And he hit me with his car.
Dude, like, he sent me a picture. He was just like, bitch, I lived. And I was like, dude,
No context.
like, are you just, at the doctor
no
or something?
context.
And, like, he's like, yeah, I got hit by a car. I was like, damn.
What'd
I
they
made
do
a
to my
mistake
boy?
when that first happened.
I'm so glad
when
no
I
one's
was
seen
calling,
me. I'm sorry.
when I was when I was calling family, I called my mom first, and I told her, "Hey, I'm in the hospital. I got hit by a car. I love you," and was going through it. And I hadn't got my CT scan back, but I didn't think to tell her, "Hey, I'm okay," before I called Gavin. So she called Gavin like freaking out because from a mother's perspective, your son just called you and said, "Hey, I got hit by a vehicle."
Right.
Especially after I don't. So my brother, Levi, passed away because of a car accident when he was 5.
Mm.
So obviously, you know, she's inherently gonna imagine the worst possible thing happening. But yeah, it was funny after everything calmed down.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, we
I'm
gotta
glad you're-
protect the mamas, dude. Gotta keep their minds at ease. I know,
I
dude.
love your
Mom's
mom.
the
Dude.
best.
That's how I am with my mom, bro. I fucking love my
Yeah.
mom, dude.
Moms are good. I love you, Mom.
Oh, I love Blake's
Hold
mom,
on.
bro.
Whoa. What
Yeah, you have met my mom,
I
haven't
fucking
you?
love your mom, dude. She's the sweetest fucking woman.
Dude, my mom's sweet, and your mom's very sweet, too. Like,
Dude, yeah. Mm. It's crazy.
I've met your baby mama. We went out to Red Lobster together.
What is it? What's the rest of that? I'm at your baby mama's crib throwing peanuts at your
I'm at your baby mama's crib throwing M&Ms at your kid's bald head full speed.
what?
Real.
Real?
Full speed. I'm throwing those peanuts so hard they're making butter.
Oh my god.
Damn.
And I think
I'm at your baby mama's crib. Just kicked your son's Lego set over.
and I think that is a good place to leave this episode of the podcast. Thank you everyone for watching. Would anyone like to say goodbye or anything like that? Go ahead.
I got this.
Shane, shout your shit out.
All right, thank you, audience. If you sneeze during this video, bless you.
Ooh, nice.
Peace off. Ba-da-do-do-do-do-do-do. Subscribe.
Oh, wait. Can I get a word in?
No. Yeah, of course.
Okay. I just want to say,
Yeah.
if you are an attractive, alternative-looking girl, please hit me up.
Okay, Harrison. I'll put your number in the chat. I'm just kidding.
Yes. Without a dad. Please
Oh,
hit
no.
me up.
Oh, God. No.
God.
John's trying to get them girls with Adderall addictions.
He's trying to get them pills for free.